What is up, Spurs family? Welcome back to Down South Sports, your home for all things San Antonio Spurs. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Guys, the Spurs have started out 4-0, tying the franchise's record for the best start ever. And on Thursday night against the Miami Heat at home, they have a chance to make history and start 5-0. This 4-0 start has the league and the world on notice that the San Antonio Spurs are for real and they're ready to make a run now. And here's what I love. The wins against New Orleans, Brooklyn, and Toronto weren't the prettiest, but the Spurs made winning plays down the stretch. Those are the kinds of games that we lost in recent years. That is growth. That is a shift in culture. Yes, Victor has definitely been the catalyst, but this has absolutely been done as a collective unit. Everyone is contributing in their own way. And we're going to break it all down and explain exactly why the Spurs are just going to get better from here on out. Let's start with the Western Conference Player of the Week, Victor Wembanyama. Victor has been on a completely different planet. Let's talk about just how historic he's been. Victor is the first player in NBA history to have 100 plus points and 15 plus blocks through the first 3 games. And listen to this next one. If Victor was his own team, a single player team, he would be 6th in the entire NBA in blocks right now. That is not normal. That is not human. Teams don't want any smoke in the paint anymore. They literally reset their offense, pull the ball back out, and just completely avoid him. And here's what's insane. The last game, he had 10 points and 11 boards late in the third, then casually finishes with 24 and 15 on 7 of 8 shooting. He's not forcing anything. He waits, he calculates, and he punishes the defense when they make mistakes. And he's still only scratching the surface. Victor is on pace for a historic season. And the other half of Area 51, Stephon Castle, Steph has come out fearless, aggressive drives, absorbing contact, reading help defense, and finding teammates. Taking the assignment every night versus the other team's best perimeter scorer. A clutch go-ahead 3 at the end of the New Orleans game, that was a massive moment. Yes, the turnovers and free throw inconsistency, that will clean up, especially once De'Aaron Fox returns so he doesn't have to do so much ball handling. And the turnovers he does have, they're unselfish. He's trying to make winning passes, not hero plays. Steph is truly becoming one of the best two-way players in the league. And Dylan Harper, Spurs fans, we got us one. Dylan is crafty finishing through contact, powerful like James Harden, creative in the paint like Tony Parker, rock solid defensively, knocking down threes and mid-range pull-ups. He looks way ahead of schedule. But for anyone out there saying that we don't need De'Aaron Fox to trade him, pump your brakes. Harper is 4 games into his career. Fox is a proven all-star and a guy who can stop those offensive dry spells by getting a bucket on demand. We need both if the Spurs want to make some serious noise in the playoffs. Devin Vassell, meanwhile, has been lights out. Smooth mid-range. Confident three-point shooting. Great defensive effort. And don't forget, the game-clinching steal and dunk versus Brooklyn to get us to 3-0. Devin is definitely playing winning basketball right now. And the Mustang, Keldon Johnson, the heart and soul of this new Spurs culture. He's given us aggressive scoring, rim pressure, and he's coming up with huge offensive rebounds that lead to second chance points. Against Toronto, the Spurs had 44 rebounds to the Raptors' 20. That is an insane discrepancy. And after the game, when asked about the Spurs' quick start to the season, Keldon simply said, "Yeah, we're for real." That is the mentality that Spurs fans have been begging for. No more settling. No more patience talk. We expect to win now. Meanwhile, Harrison Barnes has been that calming vet. He started slow, then boom, 18 points with big-time threes that put the game out of reach. For a young roster, that calming presence is invaluable. And Julian Champagnie, the sniper, the Spurs don't win those games without Julian. He's playing great defense, helping on the boards, and he's confident in shooting right now. And when Fox returns, Julian can slide back into that second unit with Harper and Keldon scoring, while Jeremy Sohan and Luke Cornett anchor the defense. That's going to be a problem for opposing benches. And while those guys are all playing great, let's make sure we give a shout out to the other guys that have contributed, Jordan McLaughlin and Carter Bryant. Jordan has been a steady shooter and a calming floor general. But the moment that defined him, that diving loose ball save, sacrificing his body, leading to the Harrison Barnes 3. That was the ultimate team play. That is winning basketball. And every team needs a Jordan McLaughlin. And Carter Bryant, the athletic freak. Carter has shown flashes that make you raise your eyebrows. Vicious poster attempts. A block into the fifth row, zero fear, and maximum effort. Carter's going to be a serious problem as he continues to get reps. He has the kind of athletic energy that changes games instantly. Spurs fans, this is the season we've been waiting for. Having hope is great, but we're seeing results. And remember, we're still doing all this without some key contributors. De'Aaron Fox, Luke Cornett, Jeremy Sohan, Lindy Waters. Just imagine adding all four back into the lineup. Our depth goes from good to terrifying. And right now, with Luka, LeBron, and now Anthony Edwards out with early injuries, now is the time to keep stacking up wins to stay atop that Western Conference. Because I promise you, if the Spurs lock up a playoff spot, there's no team in the league that wants to face them. Absolutely not one. So if you're fired up about that 4-0 start, drop a flame in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for daily Spurs hype, analysis, and breakdowns. This is Down South Sports and Spurs family. We are for real. So until the next one, guys, peace, love, and go Spurs go.